Hey everybody, Joy here. It is Tuesday, March 9, 2021. And today at 1 o'clock my time, I get to watch Judy Kessinger. I know a lot of you have gotten familiar with Fit Nice system, and you know who Judy is. She's a fun, super majorly talented lady. And so she has these little, I can't remember what she calls them. They're like 1 hour long Zoom meetings, tutorials, classes, sessions. I don't know for sure what she calls them, I can't remember, but it's kind of a mini class. And they're not very expensive, I think maybe $3 or something. So today at 1 o'clock she's going to show how to cut what she calls donuts, which is cutting a circle, and that way it makes ruffles around your bottom of your sleeve or the bottom of your dress or on the crisscross on a wrap top. So if you can't watch it because it's going to be over with by the time you guys hear me say this, because this won't be uploaded until tonight or tomorrow. But anyway, you can still go to fitnicesystem.com and you can go to her videos, and she has dozens and dozens and dozens of videos, and you can go there for she calls them donuts and donuts plus, I think, and you can see the videos there, and you'll see pretty much what she talks about in her class today. But I just love to watch them, I know some of you go there, and she's just fun, isn't she just fun? I just adore her, and I love how comfortable she is with herself. So I enjoy her very, very much, and I think she looks beautiful in her clothes, and I think that's one of the reasons I'm really interested in her styles, is because they really look good on you, even if you aren't a twiggy body. Hello. The only twiggy thing left on me is my wrist. My wrists are like 5 inches. Oh heavens, isn't that funny? You don't get fat in your wrist. Okay, how did I get off on that? Who knows? Okay, I want to tell you about this outfit because I know you're going to ask. I have made this top. Let me see, I've got 3 pieces of fabric on here. I'm getting ready to add this blue to it. And I know I have made it several more times. I made it out of a great big rose print, which is still laying around here somewhere. Where is it? This was from the wide leg pants sew along. And this is this same pattern. It's silhouette patterns. And this particular pattern, it's number 500. I have not had any trouble with it. Well, I had a little bit of trouble with it because I had to do an FBA in it. Because she's got A, B, C cup sizes. She doesn't go up to a D. She's got, oh yes she does, this is the D cup. So she's got B, C, D cups. Well, let me read the pattern envelope. This is one thing I really do love about her patterns. B, C, D cup sizing. And when she does her cup sizing, she doesn't grow the shoulders out. She just grows the bust dart. So she's very good at darts. So this is one that you see me wear a lot. And I made wide leg pants to go with it. So this is it, and this one has a yoke at the top of it in the front, because I didn't have enough fabric left after I did the wide leg pants. And I really wanted a matching top because I just love these giant flowers. So I decided to just cut a yoke and put it to the top. If I get close enough, you can probably see the seam. I'll turn it inside out and then you can see the seam. This still hasn't been hemmed. Armholes aren't done, neckline's not done. Oh, there it is. Now you can see how I just cut a piece on the extra fabric and added a yoke at the top. And if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't even know it wasn't there to start with. Bust darts, of course. Peggy Sager says you gotta have a bust dart. And I agree with her. And you can see that on me, that's the back you're looking at. Notice how the front hangs down lower. The full bust adjustment causes that, because I need more length in the front due to tummy and boobs than I do in the back. So this is this same top, I think. Why does this one have a rounded bottom? Maybe it's not this top. This one's straight on the bottom. Are you straight on the bottom? Oh, her pattern, see, doesn't it drive you crazy? You look at the pattern on the envelope. Look at it on the envelope. The drawings show a straight hem at the bottom, straight as can be. Neither one of them is curved. So I assumed I added the curve at the bottom, but I didn't. The pattern has the curve at the bottom. There it is, right there. See, that's the thing about our patterns. They just are so confusing. It looks like you have an option at the bottom to cut it straight, but that's not what these lines are. These are lengthened shortened lines, and these are lengthened shortened lines. So, I don't know, you just have to understand when you open a Peggy pattern that you're going to need to know about patterns and what you're doing because it's confusing. Now here's the front. You ask me a lot, how do you move the fullness down into the bottom? When I do the FBA, it automatically creates fullness in the bottom. See the width that it added on right there? Let me show you this side. It's colored so you can see the width it added on. It made this dart bigger because the D was too little. It made this wider, and it also dropped the bottom. So, after I went to all the trouble to fix this pattern like this, anytime I want a tank top, this is what I make. Now, her pattern doesn't come with facings, but this is a woven. Let me see if she says on her pattern that it can't be a woven. It says, wool, gabardine, silk, most cottons, corduroys too heavy, wash rands, polyesters, linens, etc. So this is a linen. This is not for knits. Not for knits. But this is an ITY knit. But it doesn't stretch a whole bunch, but it does stretch some. So I would say if you have a fabric with gentle stretch, I did it. But my very favorite tank top pattern, and super, super easy if you know Peggy and you watch her all the time like I do. She's on every Tuesday night and every Friday. No, every other Tuesday night, but every Friday. She's working with fur right now. Hey, you want to see my fur coat from Donna Salyers? Oh, I know you do. Hold on. On Peggy's last live YouTube video, was either last Tuesday, I think it was last Tuesday, she had gotten some fur from Donna Salyers, and she was talking about how beautiful it is and how you sew it. So I was trying to say, I know who she is, and I have one of her furs. So I went to a show, and I'm sure Peggy was at it. This was 30 years ago. And Donna Salyers was at the show. And she always showed all these coats she made out of this fake fur. Look at this inside. Isn't it gorgeous? I thought, well, I don't want to make one. So I asked her if I could buy this one. It was one of her samples where she shows people what you can make, you know. So I asked her if I could buy this one. I don't remember if she had others or just this one. It's got these hooks and eyes on the front of it. Oh, and it just feels. It's got pockets. Oh my goodness. I love this coat. What's inside? Dry clean. Furrier method. Well, I think I've worn it once or twice. It doesn't get very cold where I live. It's got kind of gathered cuffs down here. But hey, Peggy was doing a whole show on furs, and she did a sew along this past Sunday, I think it was, Saturday or Sunday, and she was showing how to sew it. And I just thought, I already have one. Isn't it wonderful? I know a bunch of you watch Peggy, so I just had to show you my fur coat. Wonderful. And did you notice the size in it is small? Okay, so the next thing I wanted to show you was my green dress. My green dress is done. I have to hem the bottom of it. It'll just be something I throw on and wear around here and play in my garden with. My garden, I have some pots with herbs in it and a couple rose bushes. Although the rose bushes died in that cold spell, but I'll get 2 new ones. So that's my whole garden. So I wanted to show you this up close because a lot of you said you couldn't read it. So I'm going to hold it real still and hold it up close. I think it says, hem your blessings with thankfulness so they don't unravel. I think that's what it says. Then on the front is the backward sewing machine, the left-handed sewing machine, which I've invented. And somehow the table ended up right across my, you know what. See the polka dot fabric? You can hardly see it when it's on me. It looks like I put a mark over here. This is my apex, everyone. I notice that anytime somebody makes something, that's the first thing I notice. Boy, I saw one the other day. I wish I had taken a picture. Of course, I don't want to embarrass the girl. And she doesn't know me from Adam. But oh my goodness, she made this garment out of fabric that had great big circles. And inside the big circle was another circle. And then a little circle in the middle of every big circle was a bright red circle. And she had one here and one here. And she said it was her very favorite outfit of all time. And I thought, oh my goodness, can she not see what we see? Anyway, I'm going to hem this up because I like it. I love the feel of it. I love the cotton knits. They're so comfortable for springtime and summer. And Jerry doesn't care if there's a table on my boobs. He doesn't even notice stuff like that. Okay, so let's get back to this outfit. This outfit is this same pattern, Peggy Sager's 500. So I was so mad at my scan and cut after this disaster. I decided I'm going back to my embroidery machine. I'm going to run away from home, go back in here to my embroidery machine. And so I embroidered the front. And then, of course, you know, I thought, well, hey, I'm going to put something on the back of this too. Maybe it'll be my new thing. So I embroidered the back as well. And yes, I made the pants. And I showed you the pants when I made them. I'm pretty sure these were out of that new pattern that I tried. It was a PDF. And I downloaded it. And of course, I don't remember what it was called. But it was recently, and I just loved the pants. I love the shape of the leg, I love the fit, I love the elastic waistband. Very, very happy with these pants. So I had a little bit of this linen, like I bought this fabric years ago when Philly and I went to Tulsa to a store called the Fabric Merchants. They had fancy fabric there, real fancy fabric. It was all really nice quality, big step above Joanne and Hancock's. And so this is a piece I bought there. And I just found it in my stash the other day and I thought, oh, I never did use that. And so I was real excited. I had enough to get a top, 2 facings for the arms and a facing for the neck and the pants. Didn't have enough for sleeves, obviously, but I'm really liking this, so I'm going to wear it to go pick up my car today. Alright, so did I show you everything you couldn't see? I made another dress. You want to see it? It is a cowl neck. What pattern is this? Oh, I remember. This is a pattern that you all like very, very much. This isn't done yet, but it's really cute. I like it very much. I wasn't able to cut it on the center fold because I had to open it up and fold both sides to the center to get enough to cut out the dress, so the pattern isn't really centered properly. It looks better in the back. But it's okay. If I didn't point it out, nobody would know it. Let me show you what pattern this is. And I'll put a picture of me. I'll pop a picture right here. So this is the pattern. You all compliment me on it. I have made it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. No, I've got this already glued on there. 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and you love this pattern. I showed it to you earlier. It has a really nice topper with it also. So the first time I made this was October of 2019. And my guess is it's probably about that time that I did the video with my outfit in it. But it's got a nice skirt, a nice jacket. So all I did was extend the top to make it a dress. I just lengthened it. Learned that from Peggy Sagers. Any top can be a dress. Just make it longer. Make it longer. All right, my friends. I'm gonna let you go for now. It is 11:20 and we gotta go get my car. I'll be back. Okay, I'm ending this video because I went to get my car and I never got anything else done today. So I will be back up here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Jerry's got to go to physical therapy. It's his last physical therapy day. So he's going to do that and I'll come up here. And I have some new products I've ordered that I want to show you, but they're not going to be here for another few days, so I can't show those to you yet. I realize that I'm very blessed when it comes to a sewing room, a quilting space, a place where I make my jewelry, a place where I have my scan and cut. I'm very blessed. But remember, I'm 70 years old. When I started out, I was on the kitchen table in a little tiny kitchen in a little tiny house that my first husband and I rented. And we had a little tiny baby. And I had to take my Kenmore out and put it on the kitchen table, and then I could sew, but then I had to take the Kenmore off the table and put it away so I could fix dinner and we could eat dinner. I did not have space. I had one of those big, flat, fold-out cardboard boards, and I would put it down on the floor. I didn't have a table big enough to put it on. So I would put it down on the floor, and I would crawl around the floor crawling things out. Crawling things out. Can you tell it's 5 o'clock? I would crawl around on the floor. Well, back then I could crawl around on the floor. It didn't bother me at all. I can't crawl around on the floor these days. But my point is, I started out with practically nothing. I imagine I had one pair of scissors, and I bought my fabric at a place called TG&Y, and it probably cost me less than $2 for the fabric and the pattern together. And I was a lot smaller then. I could wear a lot smaller size, and I could just open up the pattern, cut it out, make it, and put it on. Didn't have any fitting issues at all, and I sewed for my little girl. But now I'm in a position where I can have any kind of tool I want. I've probably got 30, 40 pair of scissors. I've got all kinds of rulers and all kinds of threads and all kinds of fabric. But someplace in between, starting with nothing and where I am now, there's a happy medium where you can have a really nice sewing space and be able to make some really nice garments without having to have all of the little tools that I have. But then again, it is very nice to have the tools if you can afford the tools, and it makes your sewing adventure, it makes it easier, it gives you little helps, and so you don't have to have these things. My point is, I've got this new gadget coming. I already have an old one like it, but it doesn't work at all, so I ordered a new one. And so I'm holding up, finishing my 2 dresses until it comes, and so when it gets here, then I will make a video and show you what it is and how you can use it. Okay? So this is the end of today. Just showing you what I'm up to. I'm going to get downstairs now and get our little casserole that I got at Brahms. Oh my goodness, we went to get my car real fast. Went to get my car. The lady had told me she would detail it if I waited another day. Waited another day. She went and got my car. It was filthy. Filthy, filthy. Super windy day. It was just, it looked like it had been out in the Sahara Desert in a bad sandstorm. She said, I'm so sorry. Some girl didn't come to work. She got the COVID shot and she's been sick ever since. Young girl. So she said, the one girl that's here is free right now, and if you'll give us a little bit of time, we will detail your car. I said, okay, fine, we'll go to Brahms. Well, Brahms is an ice cream store for those of you that don't have a Brahms. So, we went to Brahms, and I had my favorite thing. Strawberry sundae. Vanilla ice cream, strawberries, and I said, I want nuts. She said, well, nuts don't come with it. I said, well, do you have any nuts? Well, we have almonds and we have pecans. I said, well, could you put some pecans on it? Well, we'll have to charge you extra. I said, that's fine, just put some pecans on it. So then she gets the whipped cream and she squirts like a thimble full of whipped cream on top of my strawberry sundae. I haven't had one in 10 years. And she puts a cherry on this little plop. So, fortunately, we're at Brahms, and Brahms is where I buy my favorite whipped cream. I'll show you. Yes, this is my favorite whipped cream, and this is what she put on it, but she just barely put any on it. So I walked over to the freezer section, got myself a new can of whipped cream, brought it over to my table, turned it upside down, and I put a mountain of whipped cream on that sundae. Oh, it was divine, divine. Yes, I paid for it, and yes, I brought it home. So anyway, I've been a bad girl today. But while we were there, I bought this little dinner casserole, chicken and noodles or something. And so I've got to run downstairs and get it out of the oven and make a garden salad to go with it and get dinner ready. So I'm going to let you go for today, but I will be back as soon as I do something. Bye for now.